gathered together in this house today to swap reminiscences, to laugh and to pray for a friend that all of us grew to love and who's now with the Lord in heaven above. Whenever I think of Miss Sarah Giles, my face becomes quite wreathed in smiles. With her acid wit and her razor-sharp tongue, she charmed the old and she charmed the young. Oh, Sarah was a genuine 60s child, a little bit hippie and a little bit wild. And remember how, before the memory fades, she was great with children but rotten with maids. But she liked people who were top of the tree, and in her circle she was the queen bee. Wherever she went, she was loved the best, and men were bowled over by her fabulous chest. She lived for a while in Paris, France, where she learned to speak French and how to eat and dance, so she could say danser, baiser and manger, which set her up for marriage to Rue des Langes. But she was like a bird who hadn't learned to fly, and when she did, she flew with a joyous cry of "Now I'm free to be wicked and witty," much to the dismay of Lady Kitty. Sarah went to live in Buckingham Gate, where the dinners were rowdy and went on till late. There was scandalous gossip, laughter and bitching, with the likes of Martin Amis and Christopher Hitchens. Soon seen as a witty and mischievous prattler, she found herself courted, then signed up by Tatler, where Tina the editor was making a splash, and Sarah cut just the right kind of dash. Moved to New York by the ambitious Miss Brown, Sarah was quickly the queen of the town, blazing a trail from the Bronx to Manhattan, where her star was soon brighter than the planet Saturn. She knew everyone's business before her own. She was never, 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 ever off the phone. She spread gossip over 1,000 square miles, which earned her the name of Radio Giles. She moved to an apartment on the Upper East Side, where the doormen have uniforms they wear with pride. Her parties were legendary, no hint of sobriety, as she was drunk dry by New York society, who to her door all beat a path, because they knew they were always in for a laugh. The joints were plenteous, the atmosphere merry, for Nan and Kenny and Jan and Jerry. Her moment of triumph came in '88. It was richly deserved and not too late. Jackie Onassis, now a Doubleday editor, retired from a career as a billionaire's predator. Seeing that Sarah had terrific flair, commissioned a book from her on Fred Astaire that entered the charts, became a bestseller, and Sarah's career had now gone stellar. But the price of fame being very fickle, Sarah soon found herself in a pickle. She lost her job at Vanity Fair, and her career suddenly disappeared into thin air. She decided to fly back to London town, where her life was sometimes up and sometimes down. But the one good thing in her home city was the love of her friends, Sam, Frank and Kitty. She eventually moved to a large Brixton ballroom, complete with a dome. It was a very, very tall room. She lived there with Jude, a Lucas Terrier, who was always able to make her feel much merrier. Her Saturday lunches of lamb stew and pasta were followed by joints rolled by the local rastas. She was entertained by her local band of friends, who kept her happy and laughing till she reached her end. Now whenever I think of Miss Sarah Giles, my face becomes quite wreathed in smiles. With her acid wit and her razor-sharp tongue, she charmed the old and she charmed the young. So let's all gather in this house today to swap reminiscences, to laugh and pray for a friend that all of us grew to love, and who's now with the Lord in heaven above. So all of us gathered in this house today, let's swap reminiscences, laugh and pray for a friend that all of us grew to love, and who's now with the Lord in heaven above. Song for Sarah.